Hey friends, welcome back. So this video is a bit different. This is a slideshow of my trip that I did last year, end of last year, to the national parks out west. So I hope you enjoy. This is pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime trip that we were able to have as a family. For those of you who are new, I am a homeschool mom of 3 kids, so we were blessed enough to be able to take off 3 months to go tour the national parks out west. So this was our first one, Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. It was beautiful weather. The sun wasn't super bright, so the sand was kind of cool to the touch, and it was just great. The kids had a blast hiking, and Daisy had a blast running through the sand. Next was Colorado Springs, and this is Garden of the Gods. Really, really cool land formations. There's Daisy. She had such a good trip. This was her trip of a lifetime, that's for sure. So we visited the visitor center at each of the national parks, and I took a video of all the really cool mugs. Look at that detail. So neat. I don't know how they did those stamps. So this is Rocky Mountain National Park. It's at a higher elevation, so our Florida lungs did not like that altitude. It took us a while to get used to it, but the views totally made it worth it. So Rocky Mountain National Park was definitely in the top 5 national parks that we visited in my book. It was one of my favorites. It just felt like we were out of like living in a postcard or a Bob Ross painting. My crazy husband diving into the chilly glacier water. We had so many just like really special moments. That's my oldest son. He had a great time exploring. Look at the beautiful aspen trees. I wonder how many times I'm going to say how beautiful in this video. So next we drove north to Grand Teton National Park, and all these mugs are made by the same potter. It's, I believe, Deneen pottery. I think I show later on the business card. Look at that. Spectacular. I mean, really just like breathtaking. So beautiful. So yeah, this is an imperial elk. It has 7 points on each side, which apparently is very rare. We were talking to a couple of the rangers and showed them the video, and they were really jealous that we got to see that. This was a fun little side float trip that we did in Jackson Hole. We saw 21 bald eagles. My husband was in heaven. And this is where we stayed, Coulter Bay Cabins. And has electricity. And it was like a really nice, little more than camping, but it was like a nice rustic feel. So next we drove to Yellowstone National Park, and that is another park that is in my top 5. Really, really cool. All of these these hot spring pits are just like out of this world. You feel like you're walking in Mars or something like that. It's crazy. And all the minerals make different colors and all sorts of stuff. And this is Old Faithful. I'd love to know if any of you have toured the national parks and which ones were your favorites. Yellowstone's definitely in my top favorites. I believe we spent about 4 to 5 days at Yellowstone, and we could have spent a lot more. All the bison. We took one evening and went to Lamar Valley and just spent a couple hours as the sun was going down, watching all the animals. And next was Glacier National Park, and this was my favorite. This was the top park for me. The first day that we got there, though, there was a lot of haze from a wildfire up north, and so we were a little bit nervous that we weren't going to get the beautiful weather and the beautiful scenery. But it felt really neat with all of that haze and everything. It felt really cool. So we spent a few days on the west side. This is at Mini Glacier. Those are a couple grizzly bears that we saw, and there's a little black bear. And so our first hike, we did Grinnell Glacier. It is a hike. I don't think I was quite in shape enough to do this, but I managed. I survived, and boy, was it worth it. I would definitely do this one again. This was mind-blowing, out of this world, bucket list, like you have to. Look at that. This guy just walks right in front of us. He climbs up this rock and just poses. Incredible. And there's Grinnell Glacier with a beautiful waterfall. I guess it's the silt that makes that glacier water that color blue. It's like the most beautiful aqua blue. There's my crazy husband and son swimming out into the lake. I was able to get my toes in, and that was about it. It was so cold. That's my son and I. They decided to go take a little walk on the glacier. I needed a little rest before the hike back down. Look at this fluffy, little fluffy. So beautiful. And this is the road that connects the west to the east, and it's called Going to the Sun Road. And boy, is it spectacular. Look at this. Unbelievable. I guess the way they built this road is, it's considered like not an architecture, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. Oh, look at little Daisy. So this is Lake McDonald. It's known for its really colorful rocks. She actually dove in after my husband. This is Hidden Lake. And we had more adventure than we signed up for. So on our hike, it started to hail, and a giant storm was coming in. It was cool at first, and then when it hit about this point, I turned back with my youngest daughter, and we were running back to the car at the trailhead, but it was still like a mile and a half, and that hail was pelting us. Poor Poppy was crying. My husband stayed with the big kids. There was lightning. It was kind of a scary situation. You can see that it's like flash flooding. And it got cold. The temperature dropped about 30 degrees. within about 20 minutes. It was crazy. And yes, we were definitely happy to be back in the van. So the next day we went to Fisher Cap Lake, and this was really fun. So this is where all of the moose hang out in the evenings. We saw a really fun family of moose. That's the mama. And then you'll see the daddy with the kids, the baby moose. It was a little scary though. There was a giant grizzly bear that was on the trail. We never did see it, but we had two separate people as they passed us say, "Hey, just so you know, there's a giant grizzly. Get your bear spray out." So that was a little scary. And there you can see some scratch marks from a bear. So next was North Cascades National Park. Unfortunately, it was really rainy, and we couldn't really find a place to stay nearby. So we kind of just did a quick look and then headed to Seattle. My husband has some family there, and we got to see them. We went to the market, which was incredible. Kids got to see the flying fish. I think I've got a video of that. There we go. So fun. This was a great beach. Again, Daisy just living her best life, digging in the sand. So next was Olympic National Park in Washington. Again, really cool stamps. I just love their stamps that they do. Very pretty. I can't get over that detail. And this was at the beach. Very different beaches than what we have in South Florida. This sea mist that was rolling in was like from another world. It felt like a pirate ship was going to come land up on the beach. And there's my 16-year-old with the sea kelp. And we visited the Hoh Rainforest, the Hall of Mosses. This felt like, I don't know, like a fairy forest. Like there had to be little fairies living in the trees and the mosses and everything. It was so neat. This was a really neat beach. Ruby Beach. And next we did the Trail of the Ancients. We stayed at Solduck Hot Springs Resort. I didn't get a video of that, but my husband and I, we went for a short hike by ourselves, which was just magical. We just had our cup of coffee and we hiked all by ourselves, and we loved it so much that we did end up bringing the kids back because it was just so neat to walk around in this rainforest. We also got to see the salmon run, which was really, really cool. And now we're heading back south down to Oregon. We went to Depot Bay, which I wish we would have been able to stay there a bit longer. We really liked this little town. It was really special. You can see the whales. There you go. I could have sat there hours and just watched the whales. So beautiful. Again, everything looks like a postcard, but it was real. We were there. Such great memories. Look at all those sea lions. Holy moly, they were very loud. The kids loved watching them though. It still feels like crazy that we did all of this. We ended up driving in our minivan, and then we stayed at different hotels. We camped a little bit, you'll see. So just we kind of scheduled out the first part of the trip, and then the second part we just kind of winged it. So yeah, Deneen Pottery does all of those cute mugs and stuff. So this is Crater Lake. So this is amazing. This is east a little bit from the coast, and it's like a collapsed volcano, and there's no input or output of the water. So it's like this perfectly clear, blue, gorgeous water. And we did the hike all the way down to the lake. There's my son. And you can see, I think, coming up just how clear that water is. There's my husband. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so dreamy. So dreamy. And there's Poppy. She wanted to take a little dip too. So we stayed at like these little cabins, and they had canoes that we can go on whenever we wanted. So that was really fun. So this is the Redwoods in California. So these are the really old, tall trees. There's other trees that are larger, like in width, but these are the tallest. So cool. It's hard to actually get this on video, just how incredible some of these trees are. So that was a downed tree, and you can see the forest is just kind of like taking over it. And this is where we were able to get some camping in. It was pretty magical, waking up to all of these giant redwoods. This is at Jedediah State Park. Highly recommend this campground. It was really amazing. There's Daisy trying to stay warm. There's nothing like a hot cup of coffee and food from an open fire. Oh, so this is kind of funny. My husband had seen a screensaver on our Apple TV, and he looked it up, and it is China Beach. So if this looks familiar to you, that is on your screensaver. And there's this secret trail that he found on the internet, and we were able to find it. It was a little sketchy, but we did it. We were the only ones on the beach, and Daisy was just like going nuts. She can run, man. She had such a good time. And there's my husband and daughter. There's something so special about traveling and going on vacation with your family. Okay, so next is San Francisco, California. That was going over the Golden Gate Bridge. And we had an awesome lunch and afternoon at Pier 39. That's where all of the sea lions hang out. And there is Alcatraz. And more sea lions. They're just so funny and so loud and obnoxious, but so fun to watch. It's Fisherman's Wharf and the trolleys. And there's the fun Lombard Street. If anybody watched Full House, that's the road that goes, back and forth and back and forth. So the kids wanted to do that. And this is Ghirardelli Square, where we visited the chocolate shop. And next is Yosemite National Park. So unfortunately, the waterfalls weren't very strong because it was kind of the end of the season. Most of the snow had melted, but it was still really neat to be able to see that. How amazing is that? I'm so, like, this trip, it just feels like we were able to share so many memories and really build our family bond. There was a lot of, really hard moments where we weren't sure, I don't know if we can do this. This hike is really hard, or we're getting really tired. But it was really neat to be able to do it together and to know that we were all in it together and that we were there for each other. So this is cool. This is Half Dome. It's a famous rock. It's also a hike. We did not hike Half Dome though. And then we had a couple quiet days down in Monterey Bay, California. We were able to kayak with the sea lions and sea otters. Look how adorable. And there's a baby. So sweet. Feels like time really kind of slowed down when we were traveling. Each day, it went by fast, but it felt like we were really able to slow down. Whereas, when we're at home, it's dishes and it's laundry and it's homework and it's volleyball and church and all the things. And this trip, we were able to just really focus on each other and focus on the memories that we were making together. So this was the aquarium at Monterey Bay. If you are ever in Monterey Bay, you have to go to the aquarium. It was unreal. So cool. I read somewhere that traveling with your family, it turns your family into a team. It's not really mom and dad plus the kids. It's kind of like it's all of us together. And that's kind of how it felt on this trip. It was all teamwork. We're all in it together. This is my husband. He was able to catch a few waves in California. We went down Pebble Beach. That was just a beautiful drive. I read somewhere that on a trip, your kids see the real you. So it's not just like a parent who nags about doing the chores and stuff like that, but also you're a real person. You're a person who laughs and who gets scared and gets lost and finds a way out. And seeing the real person and seeing their parents try new things and face our fears inspires the kids to do the same. And I feel like that really happened on our trip as well. This is just driving along the coast, the Pacific Coast Highway, and these are baby elephant seals. So next was Sequoia National Park, and these are the trees that get really, really wide. There's a famous tree. I think we get a picture video with it. It's called General Sherman. It's the largest tree by density. So it's, yeah, there it is. It's really, really big. There's our awkward family photo. And there's us driving through a tree. So this was one of the hikes that I didn't realize I was afraid of heights until I went on this hike. I was so nervous. I didn't feel well doing this one. You can kind of see I'm like hugging the side. It goes straight down, man. That was really high. I was so nervous for Poppy. Look at that. One of my favorite moments right here. Just one evening, sitting around. So next was Death Valley National Park. This was on our way to Las Vegas. I didn't think I would like this park very much, but it was really cool. My son was able to get in a little driving time. So you can't tell just how hot it is, but it is hot. I believe it was over 100 degrees. And yeah, this is where Star Wars was filmed. You can just see how dry it is. And that is a salt flat. And this was on the way out of Death Valley. We got to see a beautiful rainbow. And of course, we drove right by Area 51, and my son had to get a picture. And we did a quick stop in Las Vegas. The kids had never been, so they got to see the fountains at the Bellagio and all of the fun, beautiful lights on the street before we went to Zion National Park. This was another one of my favorites in my top 5. We did this really fun hike that went behind some waterfalls, which was really fun. So neat. Really fun. I just realized that I didn't put the video of us hiking in the Narrows, but we were able to hike the Narrows, and even Poppy, she made it all the way to Wall Street. So anybody who's been at Zion and hiked to Wall Street, you know how challenging that is. So quickly moving on to Bryce Canyon National Park. This was probably, after Glacier and Yellowstone, this was my next favorite. This is incredible. Holy moly. Like, out of this world. Unbelievable. I didn't think I would like it, but I loved it. We definitely want to go back to Bryce Canyon. These like tall skinny things are called hoodoos. Yeah, I definitely want to go back. So incredible. There were a couple other national parks nearby, Arches, Canyonlands. We didn't do those. We decided to spend just all of our time at Bryce, and we didn't regret that. It was amazing. So cool. Okay, so next we went to Arizona to the Antelope Canyon. This is the lower Antelope Canyon. It is on Navajo land. It's not a national park. So you actually get a tour from a Navajo tribesman, and they give you a tour. So this is called a slot canyon. You actually climb down into the ground into this canyon, and then you climb up and out of it. And there's, I guess, a few different kinds or different ones, but this one is the lower slot canyon, and it was amazing. Lower Antelope Canyon, it's called. And my son saw a dinosaur footprint, which is like crazy. So this is called Horseshoe Bend. It's in Page, Arizona. And actually the following day, which you'll see, we went on a kayak trip on that same river. So this is the Colorado River that snakes its way through. I loved how the sun was hitting the rocks like that. It was so beautiful. We saw a family of wild horses. And this was kind of a neat area. We just pulled off, and there was this like flat area that had all of these ancient dinosaur fossils and footprints. And this Navajo woman showed us all around and everything. Next was Grand Canyon National Park. Unfortunately, we were kind of under the weather here, so we didn't do too much at Grand Canyon. But we got the pictures, we got to see it. It was grand. After everything we had seen prior, though, we actually felt a little underwhelmed, believe it or not. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to the end. I did a little recap. That's my favorite. I hope you guys enjoy.
Spread your toes out wide.
I just want to take a break.
knows me too.
Wait, 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 wait.
Phenomenal.
Hollowell Park. Oh, he said there Hollowell Park. There's a cool hike through there.
Go now. I want to go back in the car.
Oh, where'd Penny's bag go?
Hey. Belle! You love when I do that? Now, though, to make sure that we're getting the right nights.
Oh.